All right. Welcome to some Train Sim Mod 5. Without much further ado, let's get cracking. Welcome you who are watching, whether you're watching live and lurking, or whether you are watching this as a VOD. You are very, very welcome. It's been a while since I've last seen you guys, but I hope you're doing well. It's very quiet here right now live. So shout outs to you guys who watch the VODs. I see you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you can probably imagine, it hasn't been easy to stream, and it continues to be a challenge, but the clouds are soon to clear in a good way that I actually wasn't really expecting myself. I won't say too much right now, but I wouldn't even say fingers crossed. Possibly, potentially soon, maybe we'll have a daily, well, not daily, but almost daily stream schedule again, like we had over the summer. But let's wait and see. For now, of course, we've got the Boston to Worcester, I believe it's pronounced, line, and it is looking cute right here. So as you can see, I obviously haven't done anything. I literally loaded it into the route. I think Boston South, one of the terminal stations, one of the endpoints, just to make sure that the game plays, the route runs, we don't crash, because that would be very interesting if I hop on a stream and I can't get the the route to run. So that was it. As you can see, 0 out of 1,000 experience points, I guess. 0 yards traveled. Although that's a lie, because I did walk a little bit, but maybe that's driving distance. Is it 100 collectibles? Jesus Christ, man. And yeah, no, oh no, the collectibles are the other ones. What's that 0 out of 100? Anyway, it's not important. So what do we have? So 153 complete services. I've obviously, fortunately, got all the layers. So we've got the AC 4400, C40, the SD40s, and the GP38 as well as the ACS 64, which I'm not sure whether it comes with the route or whether it's a layer. I think the Amtrak, the SLR is a layer. But anyway, we've got all of that, so technically the route should be as busy as it can possibly be. And I do have thoughts on the route, not from obviously playing it myself. I haven't even seen any gameplay of it aside from the preview stream, so my thoughts will just be based on the preview stream, the forum, what's been said so far, the articles, etc, etc, etc. And yeah, you guys already know what time it is. You saw the title, you've seen the preview streams, you know who I am by now. Let's get cracking on with the journey mode. Okay, there's only one journey section topic. Okay, it does have 30 services in there though, so there's a possibility, I guess. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say there's a possibility that we'll get through everything before Just Trains' West Coast Main Line, before that comes around, but I'm not exactly streaming 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, am I? So we'll have to see what we can do with the time we have. So there's 6 chapters. Cab car. Oh no, they all pretty much rotate through different units. Okay. There is a point I want to make, but let's get cracking. Let's get straight into it. As soon as the introductions, there's 20 minutes of introductions. Okay. Let's get introductions out of the way. What I wanted to say, I'll get into it straight away, is that I complained about this, I think, for the West Coast Mainline route especially, but I really dislike the fact that there aren't any like main topics or main chapters for layers. So cool, we've got the chapter and stuff for the main trains, right? So the HSP, the F40 and the cab car. The cab cars, I think there's a couple cab cars on this one. but nothing for the freight. There was like what 5-6 freight locos there, nothing for freight, no section for freight, no section for the Amtraks, the AC64 and the SLR. And it's just like, yes, there's obviously plenty to do with them, I'm sure, in timetable mode, or as Dovetail would love to make noise about, free roam. But as someone who doesn't lean towards doing timetable services, aside from like when we do the request the route streams, I'm never gonna get a chance to play with them, right? Unless I do it intentionally. I like that new kind of fun. Unless I do it intentionally, I'm just not gonna be able to enjoy those services. I do find it annoying, and I wish that it would change soon. I highly doubt it would, unfortunately, but one can hope, one can wish. And I just realized we were forced to release our brakes and then open the doors while on an incline. It's a small incline, but even on level ground, it's not what you'd want really. Now, I believe we're in the F40. There we go, pretty good. This is my first time on the new training center, by the way. I believe it's new, right? Yeah, I see some new mountains, or maybe it's placebo, but I believe they're new mountains. Anyway, I've been driving on the... Hello, Dan. Listen, stop it. It's a peaceful, chill, good night. Stop your nonsense. Away with your negativity. How are you doing, mate? It's good to see you. I hope you've been keeping well. Welcome to the stream. You're the only one here so far. It's just the beginning, so, or at least the only vocal one live anyway. I've already given a shout out to my VOD watchers. But what was I saying? Yeah, I've been playing the Peninsula Corridor route recently. And because, you know, I'm doing my weird thing where I'm working my way up through the DLCs from the first to the latest. After I do the recent journey modes, I always prioritize the recent journey modes. I've done obviously the 3 core routes that came with TSW5, did TVO, now I'm doing Peninsula Corridor, but obviously now I'm on this. When I'm done this, I'll go back to Peninsula Corridor, and then we'll do a West Coast Main Line over Shap. But yeah, I've been driving this a little bit. I've only done a couple of services. I might have even only done one service, if I'm being totally honest. Time has not been kind to us recently, or to me anyway, recently, but it's all good. I love it. So yeah, I'm fairly... This unit is fresh in the mind. So yeah, I'll take it as that. I'm not going to complain. So the HSP is going to be completely new for me. The cab cars are pretty basic. And yeah, so looking forward to learning the taking the reins of the HSP. I love you too, Dan. I am doing well, thank you, man. I'm very, very, very busy at the moment, but I'm doing well. I'm doing well, thank you, my man. I look older. I'm not even surprised, bro. I'm not even surprised. Not enough sleep, tons of coffee. Remember how I said once upon a time that I only do one, like, thing of caffeine a day? Yeah, that's gone out the window, mate. I'm doing like 4 or 5 cups of coffee now. Small cups, but nonetheless, 4 or 5 of them. Tons of work during my training. Then I'm doing tons of work at home. That's for the training. It's just a lot. Like, I've managed to just scurry away with like an hour and a half before I go to bed. And I decided to stream with it, so don't ever say I don't do anything for you guys. This is the little free time that I have, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So yeah, well, sharing it with you right now, Dan. You and I, mate. You always get me smiling. When have you never gotten me smiling? When have you never gotten me smiling? From the GTA 5 days, go and check all the receipts, all the live streams. Whenever Dan comes along, it's a good time. I like to think of myself as someone who smiles a lot anyway. I tend to laugh at everything and anything. I've had that trait since like primary school, if I'm being totally honest. I just laugh at everything. But it's good to smile. It's very good to smile. It's healthy. Isn't it like a fact, like a scientific fact or something, that when you, even if you just smile, if like with no trigger, if you just decide to smile, the movement of the muscles in your face or something trigger some sort of like not dopamine, but like it might be dopamine receptors. It might be dopamine receptors or something of the sort. So yeah, it's all good. Hello, Merkins. Is this DLC worth it? I'm gonna see Merkins. I pride myself on honesty. Yeah, it's one of my principles. This is my first time playing this. This is the first introduction of the first chapter of Journey Mode. I have played this. I haven't even seen the route yet. I've walked on the platform at Boston South for maybe 30 seconds just to see if the game was gonna crash or not, and it was fine. I haven't even driven a train on the route, so I can't tell you if this DLC is worth it, I'm afraid. So you're better off either asking on the forums, asking on the Train Sim community Discord, or finding another content creator who's got more experience with the route, and then you're more likely to get a honest answer. Obviously, it's going to be subjective. What you're asking is an opinion, somebody's opinion, so bear that in mind. It's not going to be fact, whatever the answer is, but at least there'll be someone in a better place than I to ask. So
good job.
Yeah, that's my my answer.
All of the basics of operating this locomotive.
You're not allowed to have 3 large coffees. Okay, see, Dan, but that's problematic, my friend. 3 large coffees in the space of an hour. How does it even have time to cool down for you to drink it all 3 times in an hour? It's good for others as well, I guess. So yeah, I guess mining is good for others. Yeah. If it's one thing you can never call me, it's a liar, Dan. You can never call me a liar. I might troll here and there. We like to do a little bit of trolling, but to lie, nah, never.
You will need to set the generator.
It's just not me, is it? It's just not me, to be honest. All right, so this is a new. Okay, this is new. I think this does not look familiar to me. I haven't driven much of. What's the other one? Boston Sprinter. I haven't driven much of it.
While you're loading, set up the brakes.
But I always recognize a train I've been in, and I don't recognize that panel thing. So I believe this is new.
Release the brakes.
See, is that safe to do before we even open the doors, though? Again, it's not the right procedure, is it? The door should be closed. And then we release the brakes. Where is our black power? I forgot about this. I remember Matt mentioning the annoyance of this being up here. And I agree. Because you've got, is it axes, I think? Which you need to adhere to if you've got it turned on. It's a safety system. And you basically have to look up every time you want to check it. Kind of annoying. Even in real life. It's going to be craning your neck. It's not good posture, is it? What I wanted to say, though, is I don't know, like... So in other cab cars, you have the power dial, power gauge. So you can see it when it goes from green to like orange and red. So you know not to apply too much pressure, power. On this one, you don't really have that. There's this. But yeah, that's not it. That's for battery charging. So, I don't know. I guess just find some sort of common sense pattern and stick to it. The scary thing is, Dan, yeah, is that sometimes, though, you just feel like you need that. Like, many a time, right, I've said... Okay, no. Let me put it like this, because I need to be careful what I say now. A friend of mine has jokingly, but also not so jokingly, said, I could do with a line, you know. And he's never taken coke. Don't get it twisted. He's never taken coke, but when you just need to pick up and coffee's not doing it and Red Bull's not doing it and a can of Tenzing's not doing it, you just feel like you need a line, innit? Anyway, it's all theoretical. It's all hypothetical. It's a hypothetical conversation. You get 2 of them for free. How? 2 large coffees for free. I know. Sometimes you can get small coffees for free.
The CTC3 were required throughout the 1980s.
Also, someone
and are
complained in the
still
forums earlier, and they
coaches.
had some agreements with their grievances about the usage of AI voices. I don't have an issue with it.
Trailer coach are conventional coaches,
Like, it's not that deep.
while those starting
There
at
are
CTC,
there are things that
trailer
actually
coach
need.
are control coaches.
I mean, I don't know. Let me not play down. Let me not downplay someone's feeling, I guess, in it. But let me just say, personally, I don't have an issue with it. Innit? Let me put it like that. Are you sure are you sure it wasn't the caffeine making you act up, Dan? Or the lack thereof. Nobody can't cater to you. I mean, hey, they're probably doing your heart a favor. Realistically, they're probably doing your heart a favor. How are you here, Dan? Right, but my my regulars, you come often, but you'll stop by for a visit, right? But my regulars who will come like from the beginning and just yap until the end, they're not here. They're not about. What I don't stream. I don't stream for a couple of days, and all of a sudden I just don't exist anymore. The brutality. Oh man, my head feels so convoluted, man. It's like even like now that I can breathe a little bit. My head is not at rest. It still feels like play. It feels like I've got Play-Doh in there.
Applying a small amount of braking force.
It honestly feels like I've got Play-Doh in my head. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I wonder if I'm even going to be able to do a full run of this route tonight. I'm happy to go a little bit over bedtime, to be honest. Am I enjoying it? Dan, it's a position that I've been wanting since I was young. That I've been applying for constantly since 2019. From the moment I applied for it to get in this time, it's been over 3 years. I'm enjoying it. It's the whole thing is surreal. The whole thing is surreal. Hey, there he is. There's a familiar sight on YouTube. How you doing, Transport Legend? Yeah, Dan. Enjoying it is an understatement, man. It's surreal. I'm in a bit of a weird place, and I think it will wear off in a while, and things will level out. But this year's been tough, to say the least. Yeah, it's been tough to say the least.
Nice work. The train has safely.
And
Good job. That concludes all
like
of the basics
day one of
operations
training, which is
control
basically
trailer
day one of
coaches.
employment, I didn't have that and I was talking to my missus about this. I didn't have that jumpy, like giddy excitement, right? And I was a bit concerned because I knew, obviously, there's been a lot that's been going on, and I was wondering if, have I just kind of lost that excitement? Like, this is something I've wanted my whole life, a career path I've wanted my whole life. I've got it, and I don't even feel like I want to jump through the ceiling,
You will need
But
to set the generator field.
3 days in, it's starting to and even especially when I talk about it, that's when I always kind of start to feel like, oh,
Now
this is
you're all
real.
set up, you can open the doors.
And then there'll be moments, right? Because the irony is, the building where I'm doing my training looks over where I grew up, the block, the estate on which I grew up. And I used to always look at that building and I think to myself, oh, I wonder what's
Close the
there.
doors and get ready to
It was just a
depart.
thing that I used to be curious about. And now I'm there on pretty much my dream career. looking
Set the
over
reverser to forward.
where I
This
used to
controls
look
the
out
direction
of my
of
window
travel.
as a kid. And then when I start like looking at it from that angle,
Use the
I almost
master
start getting
controller to
emotional.
apply some power.
Like it hits me like that, you know? But I think it's gonna take a while. It's almost like I gotta wait the darkness out, you know? The darkness is like seeping out of me, of my mind, and the light is coming in, right? And it's like it's a gradual process. So I'm enjoying it, and I'm feeling better in life. It's slow. It's slow, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. So yeah, sorry. I really dragged that question out, but listen, I talk a lot. I yap a lot. It's what I do. Until it comes to me recording a regular video, and all of a sudden I can't think of anything to say. But give me a stream and ask me one question, and I'll go off for hours. Transport Legend, I'm gonna give you the same response I gave to Merkens. Brother, these are the introductions, the introduction services. I haven't even driven a train on the route, brother. And I was just saying to Dan, I don't even know if I'm gonna do a full service by the time my bed's gonna call me. So I don't know. I need to drive it first and drive a few services, do a few scenarios. One thing I will say that is a little grievance of mine is that I'm a little bit annoyed that there's no chapters or no journey mode topics or no journey mode bits for the freight layers and the Amtrak stock, the ACS 64 and the SLR. It's annoying because for me, or for someone like me who will only do journey mode and will not touch the timetable, it means I never get to experience Jackson, you flipping legend. Thank you, I love you. It means that I never get to drive them unless it's request a route and you guys request those services. I will never drive them because they're not on the journey mode. So it's a little bit of an annoyance, but I think that's separate from the routes. I think that's a core issue because it's not just this route that it affects. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Literally everyone that knows me, I say everyone that knows me, my best friend from like reception and my mum, obviously, you know, they've known me my whole life, both said like, right, like this is like, it's a dream come true basically. Like it's a manifestation, it's the evidence of like, you know, manifestation and keeping at things. And yeah, that's what it is, man. I kept at it. Like I said, I've been applying non-stop from 2019, and it took me 3 years from from sending off the application that got me in now. And obviously, I've just been looking at it for so long. I've wanted it for so long. So, yeah, consistency. Anyway, there'll be a time for all that influencer talk in it, but yeah. Hey Simon, nice to see you, my man. How are you doing? Welcome. I'm doing good, thank you, Jackson. That is the short version of the answer I gave Dan. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're doing fantastic as usual. I hope you didn't get any sickness or illness from your as a result of your dive. How are you? Let me ask you guys. How are you guys finding the route? As I can't answer, if any of you have had an opportunity to drive on the route and experience it, how are you finding it?
You are approaching the station.
Jackson, I'm still waiting for you to put me on to a bit. I'm still waiting. Give me a brand. Give me something, man, to try, so that, you know, maybe you might change my life. I won't lie, you know, every time I watch like a movie or a series and they've got a beer, I always look at it and think, wow, man, that looks really nice. I think it looks really tasty. But then I'll have it in real life and it just tastes like dog urine. So, you know. You can't blame me for it. Okay, a Desperado is a fair shout. That is one that I have had people around me drink. It's one that's quite common here. It's a, dare I say, a fan favorite for like summertime, especially. And if I'm like at a an event like a club or something, when it comes to beer, it's Desperados that I see people drink the most. Obviously, it's a mix between tequila and beer, and tequila is my most hated liquor, but I'm happy to give the mix a go. Would you recommend a lime? Yeah, like you said, but if we're starting slow, in it. It makes sense. So I think it's valid as a step one, as an not an introduction because I've been introduced, but yeah, as a step one. All right, my man. Have a very good night, Dan. Thank you for hanging around for a bit, mate.
CTC5 control trailer coach. Set the reverse.
You know what? I'm not taking anything in. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been taking anything in. I've just been waffling away. But I seem to have a gift when it comes to TSW, where put me in any train, new or old,
you're ready to open the doors.
Within 2 minutes, I'll have it going. Thank you, Dan. You know, I completely missed that part. I see, my brain's still. I didn't even see it. I should have seen it coming, to be honest, though. I should have seen it coming. Listen, whether I saw it, whether I see it just now or I saw it at the time, my reaction would be the same, and you know it. A quarter lime, Jackson. Okay.
Use the throttle to.
The thing is, if it's a quarter lime, I'd have to do that myself, and I can't be bothered. But you know what? Ugh. Okay, I'll try it. But then I assume I would be expected to move forwards quite quickly, right? I can't be drinking. I can't say, oh yeah, I drink beer, but then the only beer I drink is Desperados. It kind of stinks, innit? Like, as a, I don't mean the drink itself stinks, but I mean it's just like, I'm still drinking milk instead of eating solid food. I love you too, Dan. Have a good night, my man. I can't say that, Jackson, can't I? Glad to hear that you're doing well, Simon. I'm doing well, thank you, myself. I'm doing well as well, myself, thank you. I won't lie, that's an umbrella for a lot. But yeah, I'll keep it nice and cute. I'm doing well, thank you. I quite liked the roadmap. Some on our Discord seemed quite disappointed. Some on the forums seemed quite disappointed. I wasn't. I was quite happy with it. I'll be honest with you. As comment is promising. I mean, what stood out to me? Oh god. Yeah, so the whole West Coast mainline stuff. The route that the one that we've got now, not just trains one, the one that we've got now. I think it's kind of incredible. Now, yes, you can argue, and not really argue, you can state the fact that I believe should have been there from the beginning, those services. But it's good that they're coming. They're coming. They're bringing it on. They've listened to us. DTG don't really do that to that extent, right? But they're doing it. They're gonna. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be one of the most busiest routes in the whole game. They haven't even been tooting that horn, which I found interesting. But over 2,000 services in total. London to Brighton mainline has over 3,000, I think, right? 1,000 is a lot, but if you compare BML being like, the end all and be all right now in TSW of timetables, I think it's quite sick. And then all the, the little things, the little additions, the little ECS moves here and there, and more. Is it more 4-car coaches or more 8-car coaches of the 350? I'm not too familiar with the 350, but I'm seeing a lot of complaints about the coach numbers. Apparently, that's being corrected. The overground services, we're getting 5 cars. There's a lot of. I don't know. I thought it was bloody good. Honestly, I thought it was bloody good. Little disappointed about the delay of the not delay necessarily, I guess, but just how long it's taken for the Great Western Express remaster. That's a little bit annoying, but I'm happy it's coming nonetheless. I think it's only really Liam that's working on it for the most part. The whole December events looks cool. I'm looking forward to what the big reveal at the end is going to be. I think it's going to be some annoying teasers, but at least, you know, there's going to be something that we can work from. The forum seems to be full of very smart brains that can look at like a telegraph pole and know exactly what route, where in the route is from, and what likely we're going to be seeing with what stock and what era. So at least I'll be with that speculation. That's only a couple of things. There are some more things. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but there were some more things that I liked. So I liked it. It's not the best one we've had. I don't know what I would say was the best one we've had, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, if I'm being totally honest. But it's far, far, far from the worst type, from the worst roadmap we've had. How long am I gonna stay today, Jackson? I don't know, bro. Not past midnight. If I even make it to midnight, be grateful. I'll be grateful too. Because I'm waking up at 6. I wake up at 6:45. And I'm already dealing with tiredness on a daily basis. And my brain needs to be on point. So I'm gonna try and get to midnight. I'll try and get to midnight. But there's no set time. There's no set time right now. The gameplay packs as well. Yes, thank you. The gameplay packs, especially because they're only coming to Gen 9 and PC. That, to me personally, as a PC user, is good news. I understand that everyone may feel that way, but to me, that's good news. It's promising for what's coming in the future as well.
Nice work.
They're finally starting to break Gen 8
That concludes
off.
all of the basics of operating this control trailer coach.
Mitten World, I mean, it's cool that we get in the crocodile. Do I know much about it? No, except I had a picture of it when I was younger, so that's the only way I know even what it looks like. But I know nothing about it, and nothing about the route. But it's on TS3. The screenshots look insane in terms of like the quality, the foliage. There was some weird like blurry low res area in one of the screenshots, but aside from that, it looked incredible. And so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, looks good. I'm not going to do any scenarios today. All right, Jackson, no rush, my man. No rush. I'm gonna try and push it to an hour. An hour from now. Okay, let's be smart then. We're gonna do one service. Yeah. An hour and a half would take us to a little bit beyond what I want. An hour and 20. We'll be about 10 past midnight my time. Okay, these are looking good. Okay, I'm happy with an hour. I think I'm gonna take this. Papa 596, Framingham to Boston South Station. But it's raining a little bit. I would rather not have rain. Wetness is middle. Wetness is full. What's that 49-minute one? Oh my god. It's a snowstorm. Ooh, some ECS moves. Or what do they call them in the US? Revenue services. No thanks, it's a little too short. Okay, let's just... November. Could it be snow? Oh, you know what? I might just use the God mode and force the sun. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna do that. I don't like the first bloody journey I do. It's just raining and foggy and come on, man. Had that on TVO. Had that on Peninsula Corridor, like I said earlier, I've gone back. I've started. Well, I'm continuing the journey mode on that route. Oh, and it's dark. Oh no! I want to actually see the route. I want to see the route. Let's actually have a decent viewing experience. Mittenwald is a very scenic route in South Bavaria and Austria. The most mountainous, Simon, as in we're gonna be driving along the mountains, or there's just gonna be mountains in view. I wish we knew what time. Okay, this is June, so unless it's like a night service. Oh, this is July even. Oh, I was saying, why didn't I see this early? This is perfect. Is it actually perfect? It's just midnight. It's a single line with loops at pretty much every station, so local service. Okay, so it's going to be quite quiet in terms of traffic, I guess, right, at the timetable, but it should be quaint, gorgeous. And we've got a new train. So it should be good overall, right? Okay. Get the doors open. No idea where the safety systems are, by the way. Cab lights can stay off. Marker lights can stay off. Headlights are on bright. Leave that full service for now. Doesn't the bell come on automatically then? Okay. Right, where would the safety systems be? Up here? Oh no, these are door control. Is this a panel that opens? Okay. I'm not going to spend too long looking for it. I ain't got the time. We've got 50 seconds. I'm just going to use the key binds at the end. I assume they're going to be on the... I assume they're going to be on the loco side, isn't it? That's fine. Or is there like a panel somewhere here? Could it be here? Fuse cabinet will be in here. This one. Oh, no. Which ones are down? This one. Alert are on. Cab signals and... Yeah. Okay, only two there to switch on. Is it just the two? Alert a fuse. Yeah, cool. Okay. We figured it out. Alright, we've got 30 over there as a limit. Got to keep an eye on that, annoyingly enough. So do we have... Okay, suppression is after full... Is it that you want to avoid suppression? Was that what Matt said? Don't remember. Or do you put it in suppression to silence the alarm? I'll work it out as I go along. Don't remember. Let's also remove the objective marker and, of course, the stop marker, seeing as we've finished our training. Sweet. Let's get cracking. Ooh, you travel over a mountain pass which forms a border. That's kind of sick. Bit of a 2-in-1. Service at least hourly. Okay. 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 I kind of have an idea what to expect with that. Okay. There should be a decent amount of stock and layers. Even though it's set in 89, what could we see as layers? I would assume the Nidatal Barn one. Sorry, I've got its actual name. The Nidatal Barn one, I would assume is possible, from what I can think. Okay, you know, we've got a few, the 111, the 101. Okay, we've got a few that could. I don't know exactly what would, but yeah, no, fair enough. We do have a fair few old school German locos and trains. Apparently, there's freight too. That would be nice. That would be nice. I mean, it's a TSG product, isn't it? We can't go wrong. We can't go wrong. The German just, let me not call them the German just trains. I feel like Germans get offended. But yeah, can't go wrong. The Lincoln Randstrecker trains will layer in. Okay, yeah, cool. We won't see the 101, would we? That was a 19. Oh no, we could see the 101 because it came about in the 80s, right? If I remember reading correctly. Ooh. What did I do? I'm not sure what I did. I'm not sure what I did. Can I go? Or is this where I'd have to go to suppression and then... I don't know. I have no idea what I did wrong. I didn't hear any alerts. Yeah, usually everything's audible. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything. I'm not quite sure what happened. That is still reading 40. That's still reading a 40 limit. The 628, yeah, that was the one. 628, I forgot its name. 111 plus N wagon. Late 90s. Okay, fair enough. I got that completely wrong then. Okay, that's fair. I would like to understand why we were penalized just then. Because if I don't know, it's just going to happen again, isn't it? And again and again and again. Or was I meant to respond to the in-cab signaling and didn't? Because there was a green and yellow. Oh wow, we've got 35 miles until the next station. I believe the top speed is 65 miles per hour permitted on the track. I like the foliage so far. No idea what it looks like in reality, but it feels full. I don't see any like cheaping out with like 2D textures. That is a steep incline, isn't it? Decline, sorry. Wow. Wow. God damn. I always forget ICET's been knocking around for quite a while. It just doesn't look like a train that's been around for long. It's quite timeless in its design. That is incredible though. That's a lot of trains. A lot of money. I'm sure they made it all back though. One thing I've noticed that's just popped into mind is like I said, this right now is my first time driving on the route, and we haven't really encountered much in the way of stuttering. There's some little things here and there, some little like, it almost feels like lag rather than a stutter. But it's not that typical stuttering that we're used to. Smooth. I'm feeling like a 60 as well the whole way. So far so good for performance. Can't argue that. Yeah, at some point, Simon, we crossed like some sort of threshold, and we never noticed. Like, to me, I'm 28, and the 80s is still 20 years ago. To me, the 80s is still 20 years ago. My brain just cannot fathom that the 80s were 40 years ago. It just doesn't click. I can't explain. It just doesn't click. It's like my brain is just stunted in a way, God forbid. But it's just weird. It's strange. Or when I see like the birth years of students that are in uni or secondary school even, and it's just insane. Just insane. They will have good designs. Well, the 146, I think, looks a little older than it is, I would say. The 101, I think, maybe it looks about right. Well, the 185, I think, looks a little modern for its actual year. ICE3 looks modern. Yeah, it looks pretty good. ICE2 looks pretty good. 423 looks pretty good. 612 doesn't look modern. Sorry. Wait, what? 612 is the diesel one, right? The Tharanta ramp one that we've got Dresden to Chemnitz. That looks its age. But the 642, no. The 642 is what we have on Main-Torbahn, right? No. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way it's 2000s. That one's actually difficult to believe. That looks to me, maybe 2008, I would assume. 2008. The 1116, I don't have the image of that in my head. I can't identify that mentally. And the Dostos look about 5 years younger, 5 to 10 years younger. So I was counting in 2000. Yes, sounds about right. No, I mean, I don't think it's. I'm not speaking against its performance or its operational, any of its operational bits and bobs. It's just a look. It doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. It's a very unique, and I'm not saying it's ugly. It's not code for saying it's ugly. It's actually unique, and it's just that it looks a little bit older, I think. No. Let me stick with it. It looks about right. No, it looks about right for its age. It looks about right for its age. In 99, wow. No, What does this say? Overspeed indicator. Oh. Okay. That's fine. The brake should release automatically, right? Right? Do I need to go to suppression? Okay. It's just going to slow us down to a stop. It's a little bit annoying. Will that light clear? See, that's the thing. Now, how was I meant to know that that went down to 55 unless I looked at it? And how often am I going to look up at it? That's really annoying, man. I wish there was a way to sort of implement it into the HUD. I really wish there was a way to implement it into the HUD. Because there's just no way I'll, you know, unless I'm familiar with the route and really familiar with it, there's just no way I would know that. There's no way I would know that. At least if there was a beep, a single beep, something to alert the driver, hey, there's been a change in speed limit. Fine, but to just change silently and then penalize me because I haven't reacted to it. Oh, the one that sings. Is that the 116? The 1116, Simon, the singing one. That's not 2000s. That's not 2000s. That's post 2010, ain't it? Surely. The track's design, yes, the track's design. Very standard in Europe. Yeah. I mean, we've got the 186 in. Oh no, the 185. Oh, it's a version of the tracks in Simrail. Obviously, you've got tons of them in TSW. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised if you've got even more variations in TSC. Right, so that says 60. Okay. Yeah, it is a singing one. My stream is smooth. I can see that on the I can see that on my phone. Hello, Ponky Ponk. I'll answer you in a second. My stream looks smooth on Twitch, but I've got. Well, I'm using my iPad as my second monitor, and it's lagging like hell. But it's also on low power mode. That could be the reason. Ponk, I'm streaming at this time because this is like more or less the only time I have to myself. This is the only free time I have. And honestly, right now, realistically, I don't have free time. But you know, we'll take what we can get. I'm gonna move to controller. We'll take what we can get right now. How are you doing though, Pog, mate? Long time no see. I hope you've been keeping well. Victoria's from 2000 elections. The election's the latest evolution of it. I believe I've heard that before, but I've forgotten until you reminded me. Sweet. It makes sense though, doesn't it? Makes a lot of sense. A new US route, Punk. What's your views? What's your review if you've played it? I'm sure you have. Also, okay. The The 187 is the new tracks. Okay. So it's the latest version of the tracks, or has there been another, like, update, I guess, since? I should be in bed right now, to be honest. 10:45. 10:45 is my bedtime. But I haven't got an exam tomorrow, so I'll give myself a little pass. But I've got one on Friday. So I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I'm going to be revising. But I'll be streaming Friday evening, Saturday from the early afternoon. Well, no. I need to check. I don't even know what I'm doing on Saturday yet. I need to check my calendar. It's a busy month. It's the latest. It's tracks through the latest. Okay. Okay. Cool. I wish we had a better one in the game, man. Or I wish Rivet would just man up and take a second look at it. I'll remaster it. That would be cool, innit? Cool little concept. Remastering locos. Yeah, exactly. There you go. We're on the same page. A bit suspect. That's one way to put it. That is one way to put it. That is one way to put it. A little bit suspect. I love that. I wish there was a reset camera button on the controller, man. Oh, there's one function that just doesn't do anything. It's one of the what's that word called? When you hold square and then press something buttons. Not interactive, something. There's a little blur in the distance, about 50 meters ahead of the train, on the sides of the sleepers, and I don't know whether that's my own resolution that I'm playing at, because I'm playing at 1440p on a 4K, or whether that's the game doing TSW things. The 147, I never heard of that. The 147, how does the 147 differ in looks? Because usually, I guess maybe it could have less power. Okay, maybe the same way the Vectron has like a passenger focused one. I guess we'd see those sort of differences, right? Oh, you answered my question before I even asked it. Nice. So it's externally identical. I'd love to see an intercity version. That would be quite cool. Let's have a little look at that. Not much in the way of traffic at the moment, is there? It is morning rush hour. It is peak time. I'm not seeing much. My terminology is going to change, by the way, with what I'm doing at the moment. I'm going to be a lot more correct. But I'm not going to complain. I'm happy with it. I feel like a new man, in a way. I feel like a better man, in a way. In a different kind of way. Oh, Simon, how are you feeling about the that UK developer, the solo one? Yeah, the solo UK developer. He's been on the forums already, and I saw his thread, and it looks flipping sick. He's done Blackfriars. He's done the whole of Blackfriars Station. He's done the scenery. He's done. It seems like an overground route, but then you've got Blackfriars. Now, why would you have London Blackfriars for an overground route? Someone thought maybe he's doing the North London line, but it can't be. He's got London Blackfriars. What could it possibly be? But the screenshots he's shown overground trains running. The map looks incredible. This map, not this one. This one of that route looks amazing. Like it looks sick. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for it. I have no idea like what exactly it could be. I'm not really like the wisest when it comes to like kind of like working out things from screenshots and stuff like that. But there's a little bit of excitement, and a lot of people on the thread are quite excited as well. I'm seeing some floating trees in the water there. That's a shame. So initially he was working on it as a third part, as just like a mod, using the editor. But he's now become an official third party developer. I don't even know if he's got if there was a brand name. I think it's just his own name. I forgot it now. But it's there. It's there. South London Network, could it be? So you've got Blackfriars there. You've got, I think he mentioned Dalston Kingsland. Now I know obviously that's overground. He's got freight. Yeah, I don't know. He's a solo developer anyway, so it could take a while, but he seems to be killing it. It's I would say it's worth checking out his thread on the forums, because the screenshots there will more than whet the appetite if you're a UK fan. And obviously, being from London as well, I'm very excited. Just seeing London Blackfriars. I mean, what have we got at London Blackfriars, right? Because the image, so I was thinking, could it be an underground route? But the image shows it from above. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, either you're very passionate, which I love, or it's got to be a national rail, a national rail route. So it could be, you got the 700s that go to Brighton. You've got the 465s. I don't know where they go from there. I forgot. I used to know because I've taken it once. I've taken a 465 to London Blackfriars, but I've forgotten, unfortunately. So it could utilize a train we've got in game already. Or it could be an underground line. But I feel like there would have been more clues. All the screenshots that have been posted were all above ground. Yeah, I think it's honestly worth it. It's honestly worth taking a look. Honestly, it could just be my London pride thing. That's got me a little bit excited, but the fact that it's a member of the community fills me with hope. So at the moment, South London Network, you would say, is the most likely. That would make sense. So we'd be seeing 710s, we'd be seeing 700s, we'd be seeing 465s. Could we see some southern stock? What class are they? The southern stock that runs through like Peckham Rye, Queen's Road, Peckham. I don't know where it terminates. We've got it in TSC. It's part of the South London Network on TSC. I don't remember. It was a class 4. I think it started with a 4, but I don't remember it. Unfortunately. I wonder if it's going to have that maybe as a new logo or a new train, sorry. That would be cool. If it's done amazingly well, a dense UK route I think it's a density. If you have a look at the map, right, you'll see why I'm bubbling a little bit, because it's not just like your regular where you've got the main end-to-end line with a couple short branches go. Like no. There's a lot going on across the main line, like constantly, and they go either way, you know. So what I'm imagining in my head is all of those crossings, all of those branches can be are short services because they're unnecessarily long. If I'm being honest, that's like they have to be put to use, and then they are connected. So even the branches are connected. There's one triangle that I've got in mind. It's just sick. 377s to where? Where would they appear? 377s. I would expect capitals. Oh, would we see any capital stars? Any 378s? I don't know. Where would 377s appear? 377s do what? So they're southern. Do 377s don't go to Blackfriars, do they? The thing is, I don't know off by heart what goes on between London Blackfriars and then the Dalston Kingsland area, for example. Run all southern services. No. Oh snap, I did not see this 15. I've just been waffling away. Not handle off. Okay. Not gonna lie, I thought I low-key recovered from that one. Oh no, we're good. Or no, the light is still on. Okay, it's cleared. Okay. I think putting it into suppression helped. So we didn't need to come to a complete stop. I should have noticed that though. That one is on me. Okay, so is this where we move over to the left? Oh no, we're all the way right. Southern, Thameslink, Southeastern Overground, all there. Okay, so did you see? Have you seen it then? Did you find it? Or are you just referring to Peckham Rye? Oh yeah, Peckham Rye is everything. Yeah. Peckham Rye is everything. Well, yeah, Simon, you're the only one here, mate. You're the only one here, lad. I think. Well, at least on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. See, this is. I'm not gonna be helpful at all. I don't remember. Wait. If you can quickly scan through the roadmap article thread. If you can quickly scan through, I think it's on the first page. Someone mentioned it and then linked the guy's thread. I'm so sorry to be a pain in the arse and not remember it myself. But it was something Haynes, Incredible Haynes. I don't know. It was Hannes at the end, but I don't remember the beginning of it. Once I get to a I mean, we're 17 miles away from a stop. I was gonna say when I get to a stop, I'll locate it. Let me search for it. It should be in my history because I had it open earlier. Oh, see, they're not titled very well, are they? I'll find it for you. Hold on. Oh yeah, creation sharing will be here. So the thread is called, so it's under PC editor discussion, under that area of the forum. No, why? Oh, I missed the, okay, that one is on me, so I'm looking for this. And it's just called, it's just titled London. And the guy's name is actually Incredible Haynes. So Incredible, one word, Incredible, Hannes. Incredible Haynes. I've done an oopsie here. PCS open suppression. Yeah, but the thread seems to just be called London. But it's in the PC editor discussion area of the forum. And the discussion like of the people congratulating him and stuff, and some cool screenshots to be honest, are on page 2. No idea what's on page 1. Maybe there are some that I've missed on page 1, but I'm seeing quite a few on page 2. So you could find. Oh my god, I've missed these. Hackney Wick. So it's got Hackney Wick there, and you got the Stratford that big red windy building thing with a slide on it there as well. Just found it. Yeah, and enjoy the screenshots, man. It's tasty. It's honestly like reading the menu at a restaurant. What have you got on the back of this? Let's see what the formation is. Apparently there's like different formations, ain't there? So what have we got here? So we've got a HSP 46 at the back. We've got a single level car. We've got we've got 4 are they called bi-levels? Bi-level cars? 4 bi-level cars. Obviously the single one that we're driving. And then another single one at the back. So it's like a sandwich. Wait, on the thread, Simon? Is that the one of like, is that the map I was talking about? It's a local station for work. Nice. So yeah, you can appreciate the quality then, because it's sick, and the distant scenery as well. It's just a banger. It's honestly just a banger. It's honestly just a banger. But out of all of the screens that I saw, it was that one, the Blackfriars one, that excited me the most, because the level of detail was just incredible. Like the station signage. It's all of Hey, it looks. What's the word? What's that term when somebody wants to do something, but it's a hell of a task? It's the project is. There's a word for it, there's a term for it. It's that. Well, hey, he's enjoying it from what he said in the interview. He's enjoying it, which is a big thing. And he seems to just be having fun with it. So hey, it's promising. I don't want to. Listen, I am the last person. If you've watched enough of my streams, heard me talk, you know, I'm one of the last people that would be hopeful for anything TSW related. But hey, it's got me feeling a bit giddy. So it's North London. Okay, so it's North London. But isn't it northeast? Because it's got Hackney Wick there, right? You've got Hackney there, you've got Dalston, Kingsland, so that's east, isn't it? Northeast, so it's gone from central. Yeah, from central, so London Blackfriars to northeast. So yeah, you kind of start to understand why I was feeling the excitement I was feeling. I also find it quite cool that we've got all the screenshots there and some information that he's written. But then you read the article and it's like they're trying to be all secretive, but it's like, you know, we can see it. We have a fair idea of what it is. Welcome back, Jackson. Good to see you again, my man. Hope your phone call went well. We are still here. We are due to finish at around midnight my time, which is in roughly half an hour. The map image goes out to Willesden. Okay, so it is west then. Northwest, west. Wait, I said northeast. Oh my god. So is it also what Willesden's northwest? I mean, you did say he's basically doing what looks like all of North London, so I guess that makes sense. It goes as far as West Hampstead. It looks mad. It looks mad. I really wish I had the word in my head. Oh. Holy Spirit, please remind me. It will come back to me at some point. It will come back to me at some point. But man, I'm excited for it. Especially because it looks like it's quite far into development. It's not like you know, it's just laid out tracks with no scenery or just green, just grass everywhere. It's like he's put in some work. You've got the Shard, you've got the Stratford thingy bobby, the red spiral thing. He's got stations, he's got trains running. Like, that's quite bloody sick. Parts of the Great Western, West Coast Mainland, Midland Mainland, East Coast Mainland. So realistically, if we make use of all of the available stock in game so far without even adding anything else, this should be the route of the most TOCs, right? What sort of timetable would we expect if it was to be that? Because I just don't understand how you would do all of those crossings over the main, you know, A to B, and not make use of them. There's too much track. There's way too much track. Are you referring to this route, Jackson? If you're referring to this route, I would so far say I would disagree. Although I haven't seen the route IRL, it feels full. Like there's a lot of foliage, there's a lot of trees, especially they haven't cheated their way with 2D textures, like on 5 Circle, for example, right? And I believe you got like the city area, and then you've got like the countryside. We are very much still in the countryside, I believe. So that's why there's not like a massive build-up of skyscrapers and houses and stuff. We're passing through like suburbs every now and again. So I think I'll give it my I'll be able to give you a full thoughts. Okay, this texture is not too great. Nor is that stuttering. But yeah, we'll get to Boston and then I'll let you know how I feel. Well, Simon, with the performance gains that Dovetail are working on for the West Coast Main Line, alongside, you know, all the updates that they want to bring us, I think they'll find a way. I think they can help him out with optimization. I also like the news about the reducing the load time. That's something I've made some noise about, me and Nabil, who's also got a ton of mods. The load times can be ludicrous. So the fact that they can narrow it down from somewhere in the region of 7 minutes to 1 is incredible. That's also optimization. So it looks like they're finally doing some solid work in the area of optimization, man. It's good to see. Well, now C2C, I wouldn't expect it, only because we haven't even got it on the Goblin line, and it's quite a substantial part between Barking and Riverside, or at least just even if we're just gonna take Barking, for example, because I know obviously the CC doesn't go to Barking Riverside, but you just see it in that area, in that region. I feel like it would have played a major part. It's possible Dovetail didn't attempt to get a license or model the trains, but I would assume that they just weren't able to obtain the license. So that's why I'm not hopeful. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. No, what do you think? Great Anglia. Do we not have any Greater Anglia liveries in the game? I don't think we do. Or do we? If we do, then there's a chance. There's a chance we could see it. I haven't played much of Munich Augsburg, to be honest, to know what the optimizations are like. I've done a couple of runs up and down. Didn't notice anything in particular, to be completely honest, but then I don't know, could be a console issue perhaps. But why would Munich Augsburg have isn't that a fairly quiet route? The timetable's quiet, isn't it? Merkens, this is the CTC-3. Very timely. There you go. Okay, now I'm seeing the starters, which is strange. As I'm moving the camera around, we're getting some starters. But if I was just looking straight, there wouldn't be any. I am running the route for the first time. So starters are to be expected. But yeah, we're running the CTC-3. I thought it would have been worth it though, Simon, to be completely honest with you. I thought it would have been worth at least trying. At least trying to get the license. I don't know. I feel like then maybe we could have had some services with C2C. Maybe going to West Ham. I don't think there would have been any issue with that. Going from West Ham to, I don't know, even from West Ham to I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have been the. Maybe I don't think it would have been worth the effort actually. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I guess because it was my local station for a while, I think it's more just my own personal desire to have it completely fleshed out, you know. Oh. But do you think it would have been worth it to at least just have it on signage rather than not at all? Again, I guess it depends on how much time and effort it would have cost them. Jackson, I don't see a reason for why not. I don't see a reason for why not. Now, either everything's going to be okay, or you're going to judge me and tell me why I'm wrong. There's no Great Anglia route, but we do have a couple of train operators who have their liveries in the game. And we don't have a route of theirs. So we had Avanti before the Class 390. Way before it, we had the livery sticker logo. We had the logo and livery designer, and there's a couple others that are like that as well. Yeah, Munich Augsburg is one of those that just needs a remaster, to be honest. TOD4 timetable especially. Obviously, that would bring in extra stock. Yeah, no, Simon. Honestly, mate, the more you made me think about it, the more I realized it was nothing more than a pipe dream, if we're being honest. Jackson, I'm a cheesehead. Well, I don't do blue cheese. I'm a cheesehead within reason, within my own personal boundaries. So mozzarella, I love it. I love mozzarella. I find it a bit annoying that it has a higher melting point than like regular cheddar. So it, you know, I've used it before and it just didn't melt the way I wanted it to, and it was a little bit annoying. But aside from that, I am a fan. Mozzarella, yeah, no qualms. It's the melting that I would be concerned about. It depends Like, are you gonna put it in and then slap it in the oven for a little while, for example, or are you just gonna put it in and go to town? I don't think you can go wrong with the taste. Personally, I think it'd be a banger. Yeah, no, fair enough, Simon. Completely valid. Yeah, unless we're explicitly told, we're just never gonna know what truly goes into chasing a license. Toast it in the pan. Would I be a madman if I was to suggest, not suggest, if I was to put it out there, the idea of heating the mozzarella separately and then putting it into the burrito, giving it the highest chance of it melting? Or also, a negative possibility. Would you want the would the stringiness of mozzarella be compatible with a burrito? You know, the stringiness of cheddar suits it, in my opinion. The stringiness of mozzarella, I'm not so sure. I love the fact that we've got real highway signs now. It actually makes a difference, even though it's on the other side. I don't do guac. Don't do avocado, don't do guac. I think I'm going to give it a go again next time I have the opportunity, but as of right now, I don't do guac. Yeah, honestly, Simon, fair play. Because I've seen a fair few fellas who have taken on some challenges. There's a guy who, I think he's working on a 300-kilometer German route, who's calling out for a team because he's realized he can't do it on his own, and a couple others. But this guy seems to be the most serious. He seems to be the most on point. So only time will tell. We never know what hurdles are around the corner. Only time will tell. But it's looking good. It's looking bloody good. Yeah, it's the guac that I can't help you with at all, Jackson. I just don't. I've never had it properly. Don't want to. Don't know what it tastes like. That's the thing. I don't even remember what it tastes like. I just remember I didn't like it. But I'm open to giving it another go. Thank you for the 3 months, by the way, Jackson. I know I thanked you before, but I didn't acknowledge the 3 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate your support. I can't even, my brain doesn't even compute that some of you are subscribed for like consecutive months. Yeah, it's mad. Thank you. Good news for you guys, by the way. I alluded to this. I alluded to this at the beginning, but it's likely, I'll confirm when I can. But it's likely that we will see a similar streaming schedule to what we saw over the summer. There are some things that I need to consider, some things that I need to think about, some things that I need to possibly try one last time. But it's likely that we'll go back to that for a while, possibly until September 2025. With, breaks here and there, and maybe some changes, some different weeks here and there. But overall, it should be that vibe. Yeah, Jackson, you came a few weeks ago. How are you stuck out for 3 months? It's been a few weeks. That's wild as well. That's wild as well. Time, yeah. Time's a little scary, man. Don't think about it too much. Think about it just enough to get your ass in order. And that's it. Because, man, it will depress you. Is this the shoe building? This building right here. Skechers? Not Skechers. It's Skechers? Skechers or Reebok or some shoe company's building. We got 45 coming. You know what? I'll start slowing down from now. But yeah, if I can go back to that summer schedule, 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, I will really be. I'll be happy for you guys more than anything. I would be so happy to give you guys that content again. Right, it's ticking down. Speedo's ticking down. Instead of ticking down, why not just bloody tell me what speed you want me at, bro? Childish behavior. Very childish. Oh, for sure. For sure. I will always put my health first. For sure. Thank you. But if I can do it, I'll do it, man. If I can do it, I'll do it. Because at the end of the day, I am building... well, my intention is to build a brand. I do want to expand LWD. I've already spoken about some ideas I have in the future. So, you know, it's like a little business, right? And yeah, I would want to invest in it financially, emotionally, mentally, time, invest my time. So whether that's the streams, whether that's, you know, the ideas that I've spoken about before, whether it's videos which are not my strong point. Never really been my strong point, but I'm trying. Yeah. It's just one of those things that I need to consider. There's a lot of things at the moment that are going through my mind. Hopefully indeed, man. Hopefully indeed. I wanna leave a legacy, man. Not even a legacy, but I wanna help the world, you know? I wanna, like, there's certain things here. Like I was having this conversation yesterday with the missus. Our idea of being wealthy isn't, yes, of course we want a nice car, of course we want a big house, of course we want that, yes, but ultimately, and even our core faith is that ultimately we're here to make a difference, right? We're here to aid the world. We're here to do better for the world. And whether you like it or not, money makes the world go round. If you want to build a school, you can't build a school broke. If you want to create jobs, you're not going to create jobs and you can't afford to have like an office, for example, or to pay people. If you want to fund charities, you can't do that broke. So, you know, there's a plan. in mind. There's an order of things. There's intentions. There's reasons. I don't want anything I do to be for the sake of it. You know, there's always I want there to always be a reason. There's always a why. Okay, I want to build LW. Why? I want to stream. Why? I want to grow in followers. Why? I want to earn. Why? You know? I don't there ever to be a question that I can't answer. Otherwise, I'm fooling myself. I'm fooling myself. I can't fool you guys. You're not blind. You're not dumb. You'll put two and two together. So, anyway. Thank you, man. Glory to God, innit? Because I wasn't always like this. My mind didn't work like this. I passed the today's test, by the way. Passed today's test. Got another one on Friday, which should be relatively similar difficulty level to the one we did today. And then there should be a final one next week, which I've heard should be a bit more difficult, but should still be possible. But man, the amount of information we're being fed, yeah. And then on top of that, we're doing hours of work at home. We're there for 8 hours already, and then you're putting in 2-3 hours at home. It's mad. It's mad. But it's worth it. Thank you, man. Thank you. And you know the wild thing is as well, yeah? Obviously, I've alluded previously to, you know, not doing so great mentally and stuff like that. But you know what I always find peace in? And I think it will be the same for everyone. When I talk about certain things I want to do that I've been brought here to do, like my purpose. When I talk about my purpose, when I talk about certain topics, my whole self is at rest. My whole self is at peace. When I'm being myself, there's no room for exaggeration, there's no room for lying, there's no room for any unfaithfulness, anything that's not true. I can talk about it. I can have those discussions for hours and not tire. It's just a homeless person. Oh, it's a disabled person with a stick. Oh, that's really sick. That is so cool, man. That's really cool. It's not often in any game you'll see disabled dioramas. Disabled people dioramas. That's cool. Ooh. Ooh. We're not at 60. We're in the 20s. We're in high 20s / low 30s. I can feel it. Okay. Boston Back Bay is a bit. Okay. I hear it. Oh, look at this move. You go an F40. I don't know what freight loco that is. Could be an SD40. Could be an ACC. Oh, what's it called? What train? Maintenance train or something like that. But I've never seen it with. Look at that. What a move. What a train. That's cool, that man. What's her name? What's her number? Extra. Extra Boston. Extra. It's called Extra. That's in the frame again. Nice, man. Oh, yeah, the frames. Look at that. Not 60 FPS. 100% GPU usage. The stream still going? Okay, stream still going. My second monitor is lagging very hard. We are struggling a little bit here. Stream's still up though, which is good. Hasn't died on us. Good. Could it be the train itself? No, because the train's gone now. Ay. Wow, okay. Would like to see some optimization here. What could it be? I'm gonna risk stepping out a little bit. Oh, hello, look at that. Another one. It's like a mirror. Oh. Yeah, frames aren't great. Railway engineer. So that was the course, that was the degree I was doing. I'm picking my words carefully here, read between the lines. That was the degree I was doing. But my current position is just a customer service facing position. But after 6 months, I can go and do like I could do train driving if I want. I could go into train driving. So in 6 months I could be telling you guys, oh yeah, I'm training to be a train driver. There's so many different things I could do. Now, I don't think I'd be going for train driving so soon, but it's possible. I could. I feel like I have enough of an idea, Jackson. Yes. I feel that I have enough of an idea. I've been given enough information. There's going to be stuff that will be a mystery until it's time. That is how it works. I can't, there's no trickery. But for the most part, I have an idea. Enough of an idea. Not just as me personally, me myself, but also just as a Christian. There's no excuse to not be aiming for certain things. There's no excuse to not be doing certain things. We're not here to be blown, to go where the wind goes. We're not here to go where the wind goes. You're not here by accident. No one here is useless. No one here is useless. Frames have definitely improved. Way improved. Way, way, way improved. So it's just something about Boston Back Bay. Is there a depot there by any chance? We're going this way. No, but it's a long ass line. Goodness me, look at that. That's gonna have something to do with it. And you've got a bunch of stuff going on here. That's all got something to do with it. And it clears that around here. So yeah, it's just a Back Bay area. Another train coming in behind us. That's heading towards... Whoops. That train was heading towards... Oh my god, where does Boston Sprinter end? I forgot. Wherever Boston Sprinter ends. Obviously not the Boston side, the other side. You didn't know? You didn't ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. But isn't Providence... Oh, I thought it was Boston Providence. I thought that was the name of a place, Boston Providence. Because that's the file name. But it's Boston to Providence. So yes, that train was heading to Providence. Thank you, Simon. Jackson, when you were here last time, when there was that talk about politics and someone said, "Oh, I'm surprised that I wasn't saying stop talking about politics," and then I replied saying, "Bro, talk about whatever the hell you want." unless there's bullying, unless someone's being attacked. I can see someone being attacked in the chat. Or what was the other one I said? There was another one. I forgot. But obviously other stuff like racism and stuff like that. Then obviously I'll say like, I don't know. I hope I wouldn't need to say it, but I would say obviously stop. But in terms of topic and your opinions, go ahead. Everything is welcome, man. Everything is welcome. Providence, New York. So yeah, Providence. I used it, Simon. I've used it a couple of times. I used it not too long ago, but a while ago. And it was alright. It was literally, I just needed... Actually, no. I had an annoyance with it. I didn't want to do scenarios. Now, I know you can tick off tutorials and stuff like that, introductions, but I also wish there was an option to tick off scenarios. I didn't want to do scenarios, and they kept throwing scenarios at me, and it annoyed me. But other than that, it's alright. Yeah, like if you got short time, you're open to anything, then yeah, it's perfect for that. And that was the situation I was in. I had a particular amount of time, was open to anything, and I gave it a crack. But 9 times out of 10, even 9.9 times out of 10, I'm going to be journey moding. Especially when there's a new route that's come out. You're only now doing it, Jackson. Well, good luck, my man. You can let me know how it goes on Friday if you join us. If I'm streaming on Friday. I keep saying Friday, and I don't even know if I'm going to be doing a stream on Friday. What's on my calendar for Friday? Nothing. Okay. So it's likely there will be a stream. I won't make any promises, but it's likely there'll be a stream. Right, let's bring this over and give my iPad a rest. Hey. That's not what I said. Go back. The game is not fully... There you go. There you go. Now it's fully covering. A little bit late for that, doing it at the very end of the stream, but hey. It's very scenario heavy. Yeah, which is a shame. Which is why I think it would be a good idea for them to give us a bloody option to say, hey, same way, you know, you guys have given us the option to whether to have training modules as part of the quick play function. Let's also take away the scenario stuff because, yeah, maybe I just want to do some timetable runs without, you know, being forced into some sort of storyline. But yeah, I am going to leave it there. It has been genuinely a pleasure. It's been good to come back. I was actually a bit nervous, you know, I'll be honest with you lot. I was a little bit anxious when the starting screen was up, and obviously I was just sorting my little bits and bobs out before I went, you know, properly live. I was nervous. But I'm glad to not be back. I haven't gone anywhere. But it just feels good to do another stream, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna aim for Friday. It would be Friday evening, not afternoon. It would be a similar time to this, basically. And then Saturday, let me check my calendar again. Saturday, okay. Saturday's 50-50. There is something that I could attend. I don't know whether I will attend. Obviously, if I don't attend it, I'll stream it. If not, then I won't be able to stream. Thank you very much, Aiden, mate, for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the end of the stream. Hopefully, I'll get to have a proper chat with you and get to know you on the next one. But yeah, it will be TSW. We're going to be a bit TSW heavy between now and the release of Simrel, of which then we'll go back and forth. And yeah, man. Thank you very much, Simon. Thank you, Jackson. Keep an eye on the Discord. I don't really like tagging everyone every time, so just check periodically, I guess. If you haven't joined the Discord, !Discord in the chat, and you'll be given a link. You're more than welcome. Just so you'll find me and announcements and important information and just general conversations. We have fun there. I still have not forgotten about the men's meeting that I want to hold. That will come when it will come. And thank you, Jackson, again for the 3 months, my man. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, thank you, Simon, and everyone else that's been watching, that's been talking. I appreciate you guys. Have a lovely rest of your evening. I think we're all in Europe here. Well, if you're not, have a lovely rest of your day. I know Nerd's not here, so there's no morning. And yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. Yeah, don't kill yourself for anyone or for anything. Your health comes first. Your health is your wealth. Don't be in your deathbed at an age where you shouldn't really be on a deathbed, but you've got a billion in the bank, so it's cool. No, it's not cool. You're a waste man. You're a waste man. If you've got $1 billion in the bank, but you're on your deathbed at 40 because you've overworked yourself and you've overstressed yourself, you're a waste man. There's a UK terminology. The equivalent in your own language applies. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and catch you next time.